Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. The end zone for a touchback.
Done. Waiting.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm not ready.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go. 180.
50. Man, I got you.
They run with Howard. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wentz. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good track.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check. Crunch.
On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On play action, Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Back. Waiting.
Check. 53. Focus, defense, focus. Mike, 53.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
This is caught by Jackson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Waiting.
59. Mike to 59.
We own it.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I down these two. Oh, Eddie.
We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes forced out to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself, escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's see what you got. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here it comes.
Throwing his Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 66 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they're going deep for Hill. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 51. Exit. Right here, guys. Spike.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. That's caught left side by Hardman. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, 26 yards. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, Derek Barnett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Attack, attack!
Watch twins! Watch twins!
Delta!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They're going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, it's Williams. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. Able to locate his running back, open downfield. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Delayed give to Sproles. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
65, 65.
Sproles. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
On the toss play, Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Mahomes, forced out to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
53 fellas, let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here we go, Charlie. 53, Mike. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Get ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has it?
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 56 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Draw play. This is Sproles. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it with Sproles. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Here we go. Waiting.
Switch.
Kill.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard.